Hi guys, Shatteredciv here. How you guys all doing? I'm doing pretty good. As you can see, I am about 5 hours into this absolutely terrible game, and I'm going to tell you why right away. I don't care if it's the Highway Edition. It's the Highway to Shitsville. That's where it's going. If I could actually return this, guys, I would. It is a fucking mess, and like I said, we're going to get into the reasons why here in a second. There's quite a few of them. Now, don't get me wrong, like I bought this game for 44 bucks, okay? So that to me is basically about the spending limit that I'm gonna ever pay on a game anymore. I've seen games now running for upwards of $200, guys. I think it was for that, for some college game, college football, and I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? $200? You know what? If you're spending that type of money on video games, you seriously need to find yourself a new hobby. Like you do. Because you know what you're doing? You're only driving the prices up for the rest of us. You know, anyone who's buying a $200 game, man, I don't know, we should probably take you around back and, like, you know, put you out of your misery. Because you got way too much money. You know, stupid money. Just because you got it doesn't mean you should be spending it. So, anyways, guys, I ended up buying this, and you know, it's not, this game's worth maybe 20 bucks, and we're going to get into it. Duncan Mad Dash here. I have played now 5.5 hours. We have essentially just finished the mission. I'm about to pick up a new one. I fixed the truck. I've gassed it all up. It's all ready to rock and roll. And yeah, I'm going to show you a couple things here of why exactly I'm not a super fan. It looks great. I've seen the trailers, guys. The game does not look like what you were seeing right there. That is not the case. And also, actually, the image that you get on the box art, guys, is fucking, I swear it's the same guy who did SnowRunners. I bet you it's the same artist. And that's what they're doing here. Look, we got a lot of little flashy things going on here. You know, the graphics aren't entirely awesome. So now my first thing here, guys, we're gonna get out of the truck eventually. We have got a handbrake, and then you have your air brake button. That's what that yellow one is there. It is. We can't use that. You can't turn that on or off, because that's okay. Basically, guys, when it comes to the handbrake stops the semi from moving, right? This yellow one stops the trailer from rolling or moving, and it gives it, essentially you're giving it air, and thus the brakes are enabled to be engaged, right? So not being able to turn that on and off is a big thing. Now, look at the HUD. Okay, the HUD's, there's a couple things. It's got a lot of information on it. We've got the time of day. We've got the temperature, if it's wet or dry out, what even time of the year it is. That's awesome. Like, I started off this adventure at the beginning of summer. We are slowly moving on towards fall, where it's going to get colder and colder. But we've got a map in the bottom left corner. We've got all our conditions there about how hungry we are and how well we've slept and stuff. And in the right corner, we have got our speedometer, our gas meter, lights are on, radiator. But you'll notice that everything's in miles per hour. Now, this is where I start getting into some of my issues with this game. The options are extremely limited, all right? We got a dark theme and brightness. Okay, whatever. Wow. Camera sensitivity, I had to put that all the way up just so you can look back and forth at a stoplight quickly. That's fine. First camera prediction. I turn this off. What this does is it resets your view, and it doesn't reset it to a view that you want it to be. Like, you can't see your GPS, for instance, right? As soon as it goes back to that mode, you can just see the top like quarter of the GPS, right? So it's not that great. So I turned that off. Controller layout, you can't rebind keys and stuff like that. Now, there is a couple things here that I really wish that we could do. Now, what I do like is the blinker system is super easy, right? I like it where I have to turn it off and on, because in a real truck, that's what you're doing. You don't. It's not once you turn a corner, it turns off like a car. You have to physically turn it off, because you're sometimes doing very large turns, especially like button hooks and stuff like that, right? So you got, and then once you do the button hook, then you're going left again and the right. You know, you're kind of doing like an S pattern. So you got to keep those the blinkers on. You can actually get your hazard lights on, which is really good too. Now, there was something here that I was kind of like, eh. Oh, okay. So let's go on. Controls, gearbox mode. Radio menu, how many menus buttons do you want to add? Like, is there even more? Do I have an option? No. So, okay, we're going to stick with the full amount there. I don't know why you'd want to turn that on and off. I had to play around with the steel wheel rotation speed, but guys, you'll notice that you drive this truck as if it was a car. Semis, 2.5 turns, man. If you want to go right, you're doing like you're turning right, 2.5 turns, full turns, woo, 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 half, right? And then to go back, you know, you're going back like, you know, another 2.5. Like there's a lot of turning when you're turning a wheel, man. You're like fucking hand over fist, just. This here, it's like you're driving a Volvo. Now, maybe if it's an automatic, maybe the Volvos these days kind of have that type of functionality, but come on. The steering wheel correction curve is not bad. I do kind of like how they've done that there. It does actually make the steering a little more kind of like the way you like it, right? Just definitely play around with that. General settings here. AI traffic, show tutorials, temperature units, okay? Well, guys, where's the conversion for the miles per hour to kilometers per hour? I mean, somebody had basically said on their website that, oh, well, it's in Alaska. I said, you know what? When I drive across the border into America in real life, my speedometer doesn't change over to fucking miles per hour, right? Even American cars have miles per hour, and then on the inside, they have the kilometers. Like... So I'm like, okay, dude. I'm like, well, you know, they'll switch around the temperature units, but they won't change around the speed units. Okay, whatever. I'm not asking them to change the signs around and stuff like that, right? That I get. Because, I mean, if you go into Alaska, yeah, you can't expect every sign to change. That's perfect. So, but yeah, that is a big disappointment, not being able to change it to miles per hour and stuff. So what we're going to do is we're going to turn off the HUD, just so I can show you pretty much... what I like to do normally, and then here's the sound. Now, the jingle, I'm not sure what that is. That might be for the radio. The radio's okay. It's got a couple, you know, basically, as soon as you turn on the radio, it says, are you streaming? Because you shouldn't, because they've got some funky European, you know, pop music going on, and I don't know. So it's all right. It's not bad, but I don't generally listen to the radio when I'm driving. So the jingle, I don't know if that's the kind of the cuts in between the music. I'm not sure, but I've turned it down. I should probably turn it off and then see what actually happens. Okay, so now we want to be very, very immersive in this game. So we turn off the HUD, of course. Yes, of course we do. Look at that. Fuck yeah, man, that looks fucking great. Until you realize there's a few things here that you absolutely need to know and you don't have access to. One of them is the time. Okay, the time is a huge one. You have no time, you have no idea what time of day it is. Not to mention the button resolution, guys. Look at it. Look at that dashboard, man. That looks like it's fucking PS4, if not like PS3. Like I don't get it. Just wait till we hit the road, guys. There's still a fucking ton more to go. You do have a couple interactive things here, right? You just kind of need to know yeah, okay. Well, you just kind of need to know where to press. You got your CB up here. If you get into trouble, you can make a call. All the button pressing is pretty good. We do have like interior lights, right? So that will help you for the night driving, but there is not a whole bunch of buttons. Yeah, but now I'm demonetized. Okay, so if you look back here, we can get back into the sleeper cab. Okay, got a little bit of a compartment back here. We've got a microwave here. You can open that up. You can buy food. I don't think I have any food on me. Oh, I do. Fried chicken tenders. Let's pop that in. All right, we'll get that all cooked up. Now, this looks awesome, doesn't it? This looks absolutely awesome. The only thing I'm missing is a PlayStation 5. And I tell you, if I ever go over the road, that's what I'm getting, man. I'm going to have a Wi-Fi set up, and I will be gaming for the time that I am at rest. Hopefully I get that sooner than later. Get into there. We are going to eat that fried chicken. And we have no idea how full we are now. Okay? Who knows? It's anyone's guess. I don't know how full I am. Why would I? You know, I'm playing as a truck driver, not a fucking chef or a nutrition taster. So that is just the inside of the cab issues that I have. Now, there's still going to be a little bit more. primarily the graphics are a big thing for me. These things look like shit. AI is bad. You're going to have a whole bunch of frame skips here, guys. You're going to see these cars. This, guys, keep in mind, is a PlayStation 5 game. Somebody was also on the same forum boards was saying something that even the Xbox S, which is the same thing, I guess, essentially as a PlayStation 5, is chugging along. So it's not just specific to the PlayStation 5. It's a bad launch. It's a terrible launch. And if I could look at these flashing textures and shit on the fucking buildings. Like, are you kidding me? This is another thing like Truck Driver, which, ironically, guys, I did try to fire up today, and you know what? It's already crashed twice on me. I'm thinking that would have made, look at sound issues. Hear the rain from outside. Like, not 100% sure what's going on, but luckily we're only here to talk to this lady because she is going to give us a mission. Just because you just go into variety stores, man, and we have to pick up a cistern now because that makes fucking sense. Now, it's 543 miles, right? So that's almost 1,000 kilometers. Okay, that's quite a drive. We're gonna put that at about what 950 kilometers. Now check this out, guys. $10 hours to finish the job. That's cutting it really close, man. So close. Because you got to figure, even if you're doing 100 kilometers an hour on the road, you're going to be spending that whole time driving. That's not giving you any time to stop in traffic and stuff like that, right? So anyways, guys, on the note of mileage and stuff, I have just opened up an achievement. I have traveled 1,600 kilometers, and guess how long I was playing the game for? 2 hours. 2 hours worth of driving in this game is at least equivalent to 1,600 kilometers. Guys, that would take, that's... Just no. So we're gonna select this. All right, thanks there, shady woman. And unfortunately, guys, I am gonna have to put on the HUD. There's just no way around it. All right, that is the cistern that I thought I was looking for. So now there's a whole bunch of things that you can do.
When I go to sleep.
Hey, well, don't worry, man. This is a real just about a bitch fest. I'm starting off with everything I hate about this game, and trust me, if I could, I would take it back. It was this thing should be free. Like, it looks like a PlayStation 4 game on the PlayStation 5. You know, you look at games like The Hunter, Call of the Wild. What's another really good-looking game? Snow Runner. Like, you've got these awesome graphics, and then you have this. This is like, you know, Farm Simulator looks fucking better than this. And that's not even known for that. Okay, anyways, guys, let's start the vehicle up. We're going to flick some lights on here. Dashboard lights, we'll flick those on too. Nope, no, we don't need the heat. That was like what I did yesterday because I was so fucking cold. Okay, we're going to release the handbrake. Oh, dude, I'm only just warning people. Trust me, my fun ended with this game probably about 2 hours ago. Okay, so we're gonna pull this puppy around the corner, or did I just engage the brake? All right. Now, again, I've got a little bit of stick drift here, guys, so that is my problem. It's not the game's problem. I do find the controls to be rather pretty responsive. All right, we're gonna just kind of sneak up here beside this cistern here. But check out the mirrors, guys. The mirrors are absolutely unacceptable, man. It looks like an animated GIF from like a fucking Commodore 64. Now, don't worry yet. We're gonna get a little more into it. We're gonna get a little closer to this wall here, I believe. Do we? Where the fuck is this thing? Oh, I just fucking crashed into something. Well, you know what? We can always get out of the vehicle and take a look. Because remember, guys, you're a truck driver, not a truck. All right, so I do that actually in real life too. I tend to get a little too close. Now, I don't have the HUD on, so the HUD's a little bit of a problem. But I should be able to just probably back this up to right about here. Let's just put the parking brake on. Oh, fuck, you know. Okay, first things first. It's not going to let me. All right. You do not lock a fifth wheel, guys, to the Kingpin. This is bad. Like, I swear these guys have never fucking driven a truck. This is my problem. You're going to have a truck simulator game, but then you have a bunch of devs that have no idea of what they're doing. They just model the inside of a truck and they think that's it. Like, what does this red button do? Nobody asks what the yellow button does. No one asks what are these cables called. They're called glad hands. Like, for fuck's sakes, there's names for this that truckers want to know. So what we're going to have to do, unfortunately, guys, because I need to know the time and stuff, I am going to have to go into show the HUD. Because now you'll see this little circle there in the middle of my steering wheel. That white dot, that is the Kingpin. So we actually have to, we got to line that up a little bit better. Where's this fucking trailer? Is it right behind me? So why isn't that Kingpin fucking flat coming up? Is I'm just off base here? No, I'm just gonna go right back, see what happens. Fuck that. Oh, hello. This might be another issue in itself. I mean, I know my driving's not perfect. Maybe, okay, let's get out a little further here. So you get that into the green. So basically what happens, guys, getting that into the green, what that does is you'll notice that the fifth wheel almost looks like a horseshoe, right? And it's got a circle with like a Pac-Man. It looks almost more like a Pac-Man. So what it does, the mouth of the Pac-Man goes up against the Kingpin, which is the big post that sticks out of the trailer, and it goes poof, and these jaws lock around it, right? You unlock it, you don't fucking lock a fucking fifth wheel. Handbrake on. Okay, so now we're gonna go in and do this silly thing. So basically what you do in real life, you back up the truck and then what you do is you get back in the truck. Once you've locked it, you tug it. You get it in forward gear and you're like, and you make sure that your rig isn't rolling. So that way you know that the Kingpin is in place. But on top of that, guys, after you do that, you actually have to physically look to make sure that the Kingpin is locked in place. So here we will lock it. We'll lock it by hand. Oh, fuck off. Fuck. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to manage the cables. These are the things that are called glad hands. One of these powers the electrics, and the other one powers the air in the trailer. Okay, these just aren't, you know, plugs for like fucking lights at the back. I mean, if you don't plug these in, that trailer behind you is not going to have any braking power. And you'll know it too when you don't release the air brakes. Because you're like, and you can pull the trailer, but you're not going very fast. So we're going to plug this one glad hand into the socket. You want to make sure that those holes are all clean and stuff, right? You don't want debris and stuff from the road all stuffed in there. They can get pretty nasty looking, those things, pretty rusty. All right, just pop that in there. There we go, all cables connected. Now, I do like this part. Okay, we got to actually lift the trailer, which is kind of cool. And they make it look so easy here, guys. There's sometimes where you've got to, you know, you got a good meter where you got to do that. And if it's rusty or it's cold, you got to remember, you are now subject to all the environment that, you know, might be surrounding you at the moment, whether it be smoke, snow, heat, mosquitoes. You are spending this time out here doing all this stuff, right? And then by the time you get into your truck, you're like, holy shit, God damn it. Whew! Now the bugs aren't bothering you. All right, so that's great. The rain stopped. Don't really need the lights on anymore. I'm going to give it a quick wipe here, just clean up the screen. And we should have our waypoint. I want to make sure because I've already run into a bug, guys, where I ended up driving. I had to go all the way down to here, close to my base. Where's my base? Now the map's okay. You can drive. I do like that about this game. You're actually driving for a considerable amount of time when you are driving. We're going to go right past my my base. But what happened is I was making a drop off. I think somewhere right here. I opened up my save game, started playing, just thought everything was kind of hunky-dory. It still had the GPS up. Guess where? It takes me to here. By the time I look at the map, I'm like, what? Why am I driving? Like, I know the map's fairly large. It's definitely larger than truck driver, right? So, like, I just felt I was driving too long. Sorry, guys, I'm just drinking a little bit of protein powder here. That is tasty. All right, here we go. I think we're going to fucking Wasilla. And I should have to fucking pull out that that tab there. I gotta make sure that my steering, sorry guys, like I said, it's not the game, it's gonna be me. Now, what I do like, and you can only see this once again in the HUD, are these kind of side mirrors. See how they're kind of see-through? I do like that. It kind of allows me, because I tend to look a lot in my left-hand mirror. Looking to the right, even on a real truck, takes time, man. You need to know exactly what you're looking for, what you're looking at. As you can see, we don't have bubble mirrors. You don't have any mirrors at the front. So the glass isn't technically correct. So we're not going to worry about that too much, though. Let's not super nitpick about the small thing. Now, take a look at the mirrors, guys. You tell me that's not like a fucking slideshow. Now, you got to be careful as well that you cannot blow traffic lights, hit other cars. Speed generally is kind of an issue because you can. They do have they have radar traps, speed traps. All right, so 55 is essentially about 100 kilometers an hour. But we're going to notice something here, guys, as we play. There is a couple little things. You'll see a couple changes in the road speeds, right? Notably around construction. You might drive through a construction. Well, you know what? You know what this game will do? It emulates the fact that you are, yes, you've got to slow down, drive through like a construction zone, be a little more careful, bum, 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 right? Great. Until you realize that it has changed speed about 4 times. Like, no shit. It goes from 55 to 25 to 55 to 25, back to 55 in the length of your truck. Honestly. Let that sink in for a second, guys. Also, look at the scale. The scale of movement here, guys, is going to be a little nuts. Yeah, you can't blow the red lights or you'll get a fucking ticket, especially if there's a cop around. Now, another thing about this game, the AI loves to drive into you, and then you get fined. You get fined for causing an accident. All right, so there's that too. But check those mirrors out, guys. That's a fucking travesty, man. Going down the road, driving a truck in a shitty game called Alaskan Road Truckers. Now, like, yeah, goddamn, that is distracting. All right, we got 500 miles to go, guys. Heading east, the Alaskan interior. So yeah, we need to know what temperature it is, just in case the temperature starts changing. Speed limits are still the same. Got to keep an eye on the temperature, because you know, you don't want the fucking ice the road to ice up. Yeah, those mirrors, man. That's, oh shit! Okay. Hey, buddy. There was a cop last time I came through here. But this is like a good example. Well, not a good example. Okay, so this is a reduced speed zone. That's awesome. Absolutely understandable. Why? Well, geez, you're on gravel. There's maybe heavy equipment around. Okay, that's awesome, right? But what gets me is that there are some gravel roads that they'll put you on where they want you to do 100. I can guarantee you guys, no one's doing 100 down a fucking gravel road in a semi. Is there any reason for breaking the speed limit? Is there really any repercussions? No. No. There's not a cop around. You're not going to get fined. And trust me, guys, you make enough money as it is. So I'm going to haul ass here. I'm going to just be blowing the speed limit. I don't care. So you can also turn these windows a little more, or sorry, the glass or the mirrors a little more opaque. Or you can just turn them off altogether. But remember, guys, you can't do that if you have the HUD turned off. But, you know, we can't tell the time, we can't tell the temperature, can't, you know, there's a whole bunch of things. Don't have a fucking a floating mini-map. Like, now the mini-map's not a big thing for me. I mean, as long as I got that GPS in the bottom left corner, but by default, you can't even see it. It keeps resetting to like this. This is what your default is, right? So I have to keep it more like this, and that's all ass. Now, the good redeeming parts about this game is that you can actually open up the trunk, or the lid, the hood, the bonnet, and you can actually check out the, you know, the guts of the machine. Your air filter can break, you know, radiator can freeze, a bunch of stuff like that, which we will see as we get a little further into the year. All right, I'm flying down the road. I got a little bit of rain. May as well keep the lights on. So, what's the name of the game, guys? Well, just to basically do all the missions. There's no multiplayer. There is a little bit of an update now. I guess apparently before you weren't able to play in the winter exclusively. It's called Alaskan Road Truckers, right? You think that you're gonna be in the snow and all that stuff, especially with the box art, and no, you have to wait till it becomes winter. Now, there is a zone where you are able to actually, you're actually able to play where it's snow all the time. So if that's your bag, you can simply do that. Now, as you see, going up these rampways, there's no physics to the truck. Like, you don't feel like you're walking. Because trust me, guys, you sit in these seats, you go down something like that. Look at this is one of the things. This is gravel road. They want you to do 100 kilometers down the road at. Okay, I've encountered this before. We are just actually going to drive around this. I have the ability to remove it, but I don't have a chainsaw. So, again, why have an obstacle if there's nothing really there to stop you from doing it? So as you notice, guys, we are about, like, I don't know, what, 2 hours and 45 minutes into our mission. And we have already Yeah, we've already covered all this ground. Now we'll see. Let's get to where we need to go. I'm going to drive, you know, according to the rules of the road, the speed limit. That save feature too. It also causes a big jerk there, where it almost feels like it's almost like a load screen. But we're making some good time here down the gravel road, doing 100 Ks. Whatever. You know, all you'd have to do is put on your brakes once, and that fucking trailer, dude, is coming through this side right there. It's gonna jackknife, and you're gonna get its corner right through your fucking noggin. Because semis, you know, they drive down gravel roads. I wouldn't suggest you do it at 100 kilometers an hour, man. I can guarantee you that. Like, if anything, this should be a 25, right? This is where you're going to be doing 50. Especially with this fucking behemoth on the back, right? Especially if it was full. Like, I like that though, lodging. Yeah, there's some nice little touches here. Of course, the sun visor never really does anything. And you know what? The sun's going down, so we're just gonna have to deal with it. Now you're gonna notice that little those three icons in the bottom left. I'm not sure what that health bar is. I think that might be your condition. You can freeze to death essentially, guys. Right? Eventually, when it becomes winter, if you don't have a jacket, you have to get out, clean your windows. That's the stuff some of you guys may like, and that's the stuff I haven't got to yet. Maybe we'll check this game out again. Now, what I do like, as you can see, the drives are nice and lengthy, right? I feel a little bit like I've got a little bit of my drive getting on. I'm starting to feel like, yeah, this is kind of cool. But pop-up is terrible. The graphics aren't particularly, you know, anything to write home about. Some guy was basically saying that the graphics were good in some regards. I saw this guy, and I'm like, no, they're not. He complained, or he was basically saying, hey, how's my gas here? We are doing fine. You could also check out your gas here. You'll see that in the bottom left corner. For some reason, the gas is on the left-hand side. Everywhere in North America, guys, the gas needle, it starts on the right and it moves to the left to empty. So, like the first time I played this, I was not, I thought I had a full tank. And then I hear the chime, and I noticed that red icon there in the bottom right corner. And it was red. What is interesting, though, is I actually filled up my tanks a little over the 200 gallons, or what is that, about 800 liters? 800 liter tank, and I actually stuffed a whole bunch more in there, and my gas has not gone down yet. So that's interesting. I guess we're going uphill here, and that's probably why the vehicle is lagging. Yeah, like those mirrors, man. Look at that, man. Look at it, even the middle lines aren't even moving. Oh, it's just the trees. Like, holy shit, it looks like one of those old video games where, or no, you know those little wind-up games where like the back of the surface would move, like it would kind of like scroll, and you'd have to move your car. It was like so cheap. It was like, I hope you guys know what I'm talking about. It looks like literally like that. All right, we're back to 55 again. So we're going to see if the amount of time allotted to me is equivalent to the amount of distance traveled. Because if we finish this in, let's say, another 10 minutes, And that counter's down to like only 3 hours remaining. That means we've done 1,000 kilometers, guys, in like 7 hours. Fucking doesn't happen. It never happened in a million years. And this is why I can't recommend this game. Along with that stutter there. There's a whole bunch of stuff here, guys. Just an absolute, you know, I was bamboozled by, you know, one of their fucking talking head snake salesmen. You know, oh, I have free keys to give away. Yeah, that's the only way I'd fucking want to play this game is if it was fucking free. Look, and if I was to crash into that guy, even though I have the fucking right of way, I caused the accident. He has a fucking yield. You know, don't believe the hype, guys. I'm seeing a lot of stuff there on the forum boards and stuff, well, especially social media, under this topic. And, oh, it's the best game I've ever played. No, it's not. No, it's not. And I even told this guy that. I said, I don't know what game you're fucking playing, dude, but it's not this one. It's certainly not the best game. He said it was the best game in the genre and the best game and the most fun overall about, like, any game. And I'm like, okay, someone's got, like, low IQ or something. I don't know. I'm not sure exactly what's going on. Oh, my God! Okay, all right. Hang on a sec. Hang on. I'm walking back to this fucking thing. How does that turn on? What is this, like fucking Pacific Drive now all of a sudden? I turn off the fucking gas and like, I can't even read that. Like, when I'm moving, there is such blur there that I can't fucking read what that says. Like, that's unacceptable, man. Unacceptable. So, yeah, this guy has a fucking yield, pulls right out in front of me, yet if I were to hit him, I would be charged. Like, that guy almost fucking T-boned me. It's like, I don't know. Now, you can totally turn off the AI drivers. AI, I think, is being a little bit of a fucking stretch. Okay, now what I would like to see, I have been playing a lot, like at the nights are short, and that would make sense considering it's Alaska summers, right? I'll be interested to see if it's darker longer in the winter, and if it's not, this game is absolutely trash, and there's nothing that they can fucking do to redeem it. Now, I have another alternative here, guys. All hope is not lost, and I'm not going to tell you what it is. You guys can either take a look, maybe leave a comment below if you know what game I'm going to suggest. But I have got something, guys, that is going to put fucking this truck driver and bus simulator all to fucking shame. Now, is it better than Farming Simulator? I'm going to say right now, one of the best truck simulators on the game is going to be Farming Simulator. The vehicles work. They've got the physics to them up to a point. It's a little floaty, but more weight means a much harder time. It's easy to jackknife those heavy trailers. And then after that, and I know this is not really my genre because it's a little slow, is SnowRunner. SnowRunner has extremely awesome physics and an extremely sexy engine that is... Oh, shit! See? No, how about you back up? You know what? We're fucking going... Oh, you fucking prick. Can you fucking move your truck, asshole? Fucking start throwing fists. Get out of the way. Yeah, that was like a bot. Get out of my fucking face, dude. Now, one thing I do appreciate about the game is they will actually have... oh, this is a tight turn. They'll actually have deductions from your pay if you end up crashing your trailer. They don't deduct pay for you crashing your truck. You have to pay for that. But you also get paid a silly, silly amount of money here, guys. Like, you know, we're gonna get $5,000 for like a fucking half a day's drive. I don't think so. See, looking over to that side, guys, is just, it's hard to do. It's hard to do. It's why I like these invisible mirrors on. I can instantly just see what's on my right-hand side without having to fucking fart around. Because trust me, guys, in real life, you don't really have to look that far. You can actually just can't even move your eyes, sort of, right? Especially for the side view. Maybe not always for the right-hand side. You might have to turn and look, but with video games, man, it's very sensitive. Like as soon as you take your hand off the wheel, you know, you're off the road. So they have a stop sign. There is no need for us to stop. Now, one thing you will notice, guys, is that you're never going to see another truck on the road here. Okay, I've run into this bug before, guys. This is great that this is showing its reared its ugly head. This sound, this noise, it will persist. I think I could even stop the truck. Yeah. Turn it off. Truck is turned off. Listen to that. Now, what happens? I'm gonna walk down the road a bit, see if we can get away from the noise, or just see if it just attaches to our character, which I suspect it will. I think it's based on on my location, not the truck. Yeah. So basically what's happening here, guys, I am going to save an exit. Right? Basically what happens is when that happens, you are not able to accelerate again. It seems almost as if you're stuck in gear and you're never able, it's almost like my car in real life now. You're just not able to downshift. All right, I still want to get over here. I want to see how much time they're allotting here. We've still got 5 hours, and we've done over 2/3 of the trip. I just want to just rub it in even more. Yeah, you got differentials, which is neat. I ended up playing around with that for a little while, thinking that possibly the reason why I wasn't accelerating was because of the differential settings, but that was not the case. Now they want you to do fucking like 100 Ks down here, man. That is insanity. Yep. Look at what the truck's doing, guys. And then it just fixes itself weirdly. I don't know. Whoa. Okay, that was yeah, that was a little bit of a slippage. Cargo durability has been lost. Charged for causing an accident. Again, double one? What, did somebody just hit me while I stopped? Oh, fuck. Alright, well, okay, so the cargo is down 1%. See, there's a good... guys, changes the speed from 25, 50, essentially, 50 kilometers an hour to 100 in a matter of an intersection. Nobody does that, man. Like, who is making this fucking game? Haven't you ever even been in a fucking car? Look at another one. 25 to 55. The length of my truck. It doesn't work like that, dum-dums. And, you know, you might say, oh, well, they put the sign there as a wrong placement. But no, they'll have a cop there, sitting there, for a speed trap. So anyways, next payday, guys, I am coming up with a game that I think I will enjoy, and I think you will too. So make sure you come back and we'll check it out together. Because this is not it, man. Save yourself some money. Do not go out buy a PlayStation 5 because you think you want to play this fucking game. Never, ever, ever do that. That'd be the biggest waste of money. There's tons of PlayStation exclusive games out there right now, man, and this is not one of them. Or I shouldn't even say like PlayStation 5 exclusive, not sorry, not the PS4 and PS5, but this is just PS5. If you cannot get this on PS4, even though it looks like a fucking PS3 game, it really does. Like, I've seen better PS3 games, especially the way those graphics move there on the fucking mirrors, man. Absolutely mind-boggling. Okay, I gotta concentrate here. Whoa. That's not causing another accident. Oh, shit. Yeah, I gotta remember my steering to the right is not as good. And that little lag, that fucking lag, that should screw you up. Stop it just for a microsecond as you're turning. And we'll see how that impacts your driving ability. And see again, 25 to 55. Why are you making me stop? Why not just post it at 55? And you're doing 100 in the city. You're doing 100 through here, where there's houses and shit. Okay, so this flashing in the background, guys, it's supposed to be lightning. Believe it or not. Like, look at that, man. What a fucking travesty. Absolute travesty. You know, I saw this a little while ago, and Half-Ass Gaming mentioned it, and I was like, yeah, I don't know, it's a little expensive for my liking. And I guess they fucked up the price. They charged $100 for this, and people bought it. So now it's on for 40 bucks. I bought it for 44 after tax. And it's still, no, man, that's about $40 too much. This game isn't worth it. I'm not going to sink a lot of hours into it. I might actually play like a year, and we'll kind of see what happens. Now, I shouldn't complain. I mean, if I get 20, 40 hours out of it, I mean, that's money worthwhile, right? And to believe it or not, guys, I do actually, for the most part, spend about that much time on all of these games. Even if it's a shitty game, I'll get at least about 20 hours into it. There's another one of those stupid stops. Like, And you know what will happen is if the road speeds change, that car instantly will drop to the posted road speed, and you will end up in the back of them. Like instead of slowing down, seeing any type of brake lights, they just stop. See? Just boom. Look, no, it doesn't work like that, man. Welcome to Willow. Drive through in the middle of our town at 100 kilometers an hour. All right, at least 50 is fucking realistic here. All right, definitely getting a little sleepy. Now we're back up to 55, back to 100. That was the town, guys. That was the town of fucking whatever it was called, Willow or whatever. Like, what a joke. I'm gonna make a stop here for this intersection. Why? It's got a stop sign. All right, this is 9:30 at night. As you can see fairly clearly. I'm hoping that it gets much darker. And we are pulling up. So we'll say that took us 7 hours to do. That's bullshit, guys. You're not doing 1,000 kilometers in 7 hours. Let me just do a little quick calculation. And that's even with me stopping and walking down the road and, you know. Now you could argue we're not there yet, but we are. I've stopped like that before a couple times. Come on, bro. Get out of here. I gotta fucking drive somewhere. Again, nice little Plaza-Rooney. All right, so the direction of the kind of the flow, that's where you want to park your shit, right? Now this is a lot. Oh fuck! Did I just hit that overhang? I did. Oh, dudes. Oh, I see. I'm a little sleepy. I've actually done that too in real life. I've hit an overhang before. I was trying to. Actually, I didn't hit it. I was opening the doors, and the overhang just happened to be right there. I might have to back this in. It's going to be a little tight. I'm getting better at it, man. I gotta admit. Why aren't I hitting the? Oh, there we go. Oh. Can I back it in further? Oh, nice. Okay, now what we're gonna do is hit the handbrake. Now I got a funny story, guys. I was playing this just right before we started this stream up, and as you noticed that I was at the gas station. I had just run out of gas when I got to the gas station, and I rolled back just an inch, and I was just out of that green zone of like how to fill up your tank. Had to call in like the fuel specialist for $1,200 to give me like 100 liters of gas. Fuck, it was crazy. All right, anyhow. All right, so what are we gonna do? Oh, we're all pissing rain. This is exactly like my work yesterday, man. I had to do all this. What? It's not raining. I don't know. All right, first things first. I want to put down the trailer support. Disconnect the cables, the glad hands. And this one here. All right, and finally now you unpin it. Basically what it is, it's a little hook, and you just kind of reach in there and you pull, and it loosens up the jaw that goes around it. It pulls it back, and then now it's unlocked. And now you're able to go anywhere you want, but before we go anywhere, I'm just going to turn out the lights here. Go around to the front. Oh shit, that's the guy we got to talk to. Go around to the back. He might have another mission for us. But to be honest, guys, yeah, I think we've seen enough, haven't we? I will get back to this though once we hit the winter, and maybe an update. Like look at the character models, man. Like I swear this is somebody's first game. Like these look like they're assets. Like fuck, man. Why would you create something so ugly? I don't know. So as you can see, guys, I've got a crazy amount of money. Took me 7 hours, 16 minutes, and that was with stopping and doing all that other stuff to travel 1,000 kilometers. 1,000 fucking kilometers. So that means I was doing 142 kilometers an hour for the full time. And trucks have limiters, guys. They don't go 142 kilometers an hour. They just don't. You could build them that they do, but also one thing to note: we have a cargo penalty there for me smashing into that wall. All right. Let's see. Do you have another mission for us? We can only do A class. So what we're going to do is we're going to look for something that's kind of heading back to where we need to go. I don't know where these places are. I wish, choose a job to view details. Now, it would be great if we could see the map. Can we actually look at the map? What's going on here, man? I'm not that tired. Especially given her the long blinks like I want to fucking sleep with her or something. Jesus. All right, you old bat. I guess we're at the bottom of the map, so Fairbanks. Gotta go to Fairbanks? That is a fucking long haul, man. That's I think back to kind of where we just came from. Yeah, that's all the way back to the top of the map. I don't know if I want to do that. All right, well, you know what? I am going to leave that there, guys. I think I've shown you enough. There's not really anything else here that I can show you. Just it's a poor launch. The game I don't even think should have been released as is. That frame rate is just terrible. There's a bunch of bugs, obviously, with the sound. There's sound issues. The steering isn't bad. The driving is okay. The roads. It doesn't feel realistic. It feels like somebody's just fucking put a truck. They designed a truck in Unity and go, hey, yeah, now we'll just build a land around it. And they don't. What you need to do is build the land first, then put the truck in it, right? I've got a great idea. I've always wanted to see this done. Anywhere on the planet, based off a Google map, you're able to drive. Boom. And it just, all it does is it imports you, like, so you could drive basically every city street in your hometown, right? You could drive from your one hometown to the capital city of your province or your country. And it just emulates everything based off of Google Map. Like, I cannot wait till we get that technology. And remember, you heard it here first. I'm Shatteredciv. Give me a like, give me a subscription, and keep a lookout for the winter version of Alaskan Road Fuckers. Because that's really what you are if you buy this. All right, guys, take care. Have yourself a great Tuesday, and I will see you on the flip side. Take care.